Hi, class. So I thought we would kind of walk you through the OER project's website so that you would have a basic introduction to how you were going to click through and use this interface that takes you into the materials that are available in the OER project. So the first thing I want to let you know is Miss B and I, and if you're in period three and period seven, of course, that it would just be me assigning these. Our side of this looks a little bit different than your side. So you can see up here, what we're looking at is the student mode side, and it provides us with this so that we can see what you're looking at. But what Miss B and I work with on our end when we're assigning OER projects and work is a little bit different than what you're seeing here. So it's good that we're kind of working with what you're going to be seeing. But when you go in, you're going to see the 750 to the present. You're going to see all these different units. Okay, there are 9 units that we're going to be working through. In the very beginning, you're going to be working with the revolutions unit, and when you click on it, it will show you that there are subunits. In our first uh, uh, um, in the first work we're doing with OER, you're going to be working with this 2.1 ingredients for revolution part of the unit. And when you click into it, you'll see that all of the assignments that we can be working with within the subunit are listed for you. So whenever we're saying, go to a unit two, and then a subunit, you're going to click through so that you get to something that looks like this. And what we want you to know is we won't be using every single lesson that is in a unit. We'll be handpicking the lessons that we feel are most appropriate. But you certainly can use every single lesson because, this is an excellent sort of a textbook type resource. And more is always better, especially if you're interested in learning more. As I had mentioned in class, if you ever feel like there's something that you'd like to know in more detail, and we're moving past it because we've made some choices, you always have access to this. By the way, that's why they call it an open educational resource. It's always there for you. Even if you wanted to come back to this years later, if you wanted to study a different course, this is always available to you. So that's why the most important thing we're teaching you is not, the content. The most important thing we're teaching you is how to use content and how to read content, how to source content, how to evaluate content, how to make sure that you're using good content and accurate content. Okay, so you'll notice on here is the scientific revolution. This is the first activity beyond the reading that we had you read on the scientific revolution, and you're going to be working on this on Monday in class, or Monday night or into Tuesday, um, and hopefully finishing it up Tuesday night so you're ready to really dive in on Wednesday for the work we're going to be doing next. And then we'll have a reading, the Enlightenment. We'll have this all in your learning guide, but when it says go to the reading, you'll go right to the reading, and then there'll be other activities that we'll do moving forward. We wanted to show you something when you do get to a reading. When you click into a reading, you will see the reading set up for you very nicely. Okay, very nice pictures, right? And easy to click through, easy to read. You can download this if you wanted to. If you wanted to print it out, you could print it out on a printer. Just select print and print it out so that you could see copies on your own. If you ever wanted a printout from us, we could certainly print out our copies at school. Of course, they wouldn't be color. You might have a color copy at home, but we could print out a black and white for you as we've done in the past. But what we wanted to show you is that the reading sets up kind of interestingly. Over here, you see this button I'm clicking. They have different level readings. So this is the highest level reading, 1160, all the way down to 740. And then, of course, you can read in Spanish as well. By the way, if you did read in Spanish, the Spanish would be the highest level Spanish reading. But what it enables you to do is to select a reading level that will cut down on the amount of words on the page. So if you feel like reading less is makes the reading more accessible for you, you can choose that 760 level or 740 level. If you want to read more, it's a little bit more uh, descriptive, more in depth. You choose the higher level. Okay, and we thought that might be important for you to see, and that is another example of the differentiation we can do that helps you. And then one more thing, You can also click the listen, the audio version. So I'll do that for a second. You'll hear what this sounds like.
The Enlightenment by Amy Elizabeth Robinson. The Enlightenment was a period in history named not for its battles, but for its ideas. Still, the intellectual and cultural changes it introduced certainly contributed to many political revolutions around the world.
All right, so that's nice, right? It's not a computer generated voice like we've heard in some of the other online systems that we've used, but this is truly a gentleman who is reading for the OER project, and I thought that was a nice touch. I do want to let you know though, when you choose the reader, it does choose the higher level 1160. If you are reading at that 740 level, the reading will read all the words. It won't take the words out. So they haven't gotten to that point yet. One more thing, if you wanted to just read the reading without the, uh, reading it just without this interface, you can do that as well. And then I think you can also zoom. So if you wanted to get really close, you could zoom in, and if you like the words to be bigger, you can do that. And you can make the words a little bit bigger for you if you like that. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And again, kind of going back to, let me kind of click back to the beginning here, courses. We'll go back to um, the course home. So when you are um, at the course home, this is what it's going to look like. And remember, our course is 750 to the present. So you always want to be there. You don't want to be on those other courses. If you are, you would see a different set of units, and you want to be in this course, which is set up to have the revolutions go in this direction. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and take care.